Hey everyone, did you know that over 68% of veterans make costly mistakes when filing their VA disability claims? It's true, and it's costing some veterans thousands of dollars in benefits they deserve. Welcome back to the Vet Mentor AI channel. Today we're diving into the most expensive mistakes veterans make with their VA claims, and more importantly, how to avoid them. We're going to break it all down, step by step, and hopefully save you some heartache along the way. But don't worry, we're in this together. The first mistake we need to tackle is a big one: waiting too long to file your claim. This is a common issue that can have serious consequences. Look, I get it. Sometimes dealing with paperwork is the last thing you want to do, especially after serving. The forms can be confusing and the process can seem daunting, but here's the deal: the clock starts ticking from the day you leave service from your separation date. Time is of the essence. Every month you wait is potentially back pay you're missing out on. This could add up to a significant amount over time. Not cool, right? The good news is, you can always appeal later if you need to, but you can't get back that lost time. Once it's gone for good. So even if you're not sure you qualify for everything or you don't have all your ducks in a row yet, file something, anything. Starting the process is better than doing nothing. Get that claim in and let the VA start sorting it out. They are there to help you navigate through this. Don't let procrastination rob you of the benefits you've earned. You've served your country, now let your country serve you. So what are you waiting for? Grab a pen, fire up that computer, and let's get started. The sooner you begin, the sooner you can get the support you deserve. Alright, let's talk about mistake number 2, not filing for secondary conditions. A secondary condition is any health issue that's caused or made worse by your service-connected disability. Think of it like a domino effect. You injure your knee in service, that's your primary condition. But now you walk with a limp, which leads to chronic back pain. That's your secondary condition. The problem is, many veterans don't realize they can claim these secondary conditions. And here's where it gets even more important. Mental health. Depression, anxiety, PTSD, these are serious issues, and they often stem from physical injuries or the overall stress of service. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Never forget that. Let's move on to mistake number 3, poor documentation. This one's all about being organized and keeping track of everything. You need strong evidence to support your claim, and that means documentation, documentation, documentation. First things first, keep copies of everything. Medical records, treatment plans, letters from doctors, even those scribbled notes you make about your symptoms. Hold on to it all. You never know what little detail might be the missing piece of the puzzle. Next, don't skip those medical appointments. Consistent treatment shows the VA that your condition is ongoing and that you're taking steps to manage it. Plus, it's a chance to document any changes or new symptoms. Be detailed, be specific, and be honest about how your condition affects your daily life. Mistake number 4 is a common one, especially for us veterans: downplaying your symptoms. We're taught to be tough, to push through the pain, to not complain. But when it comes to your VA claim, this instinct to downplay can actually hurt you. Here's the thing, the VA doesn't know what they don't know. If you're not honest and upfront about the severity of your symptoms, they're going to assume you're doing just fine. And that means a lower rating and fewer benefits. Be honest about your bad days, about the limitations you face, about the impact your condition has on your life. If you're struggling with depression, anxiety, or PTSD, talk about it. These conditions are real, they're debilitating, and they deserve to be taken seriously. Alright, let's talk about mistake number 5, going it alone. Navigating the VA system can feel overwhelming, and the thought of asking for help might feel, well, a little awkward. But trust me, trying to tackle this beast on your own is like trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops. You might make it, but it's going to be a whole lot harder than it needs to be. The good news is, you don't have to do this alone. There are amazing resources out there dedicated to helping veterans like you get the benefits they deserve. First and foremost, look into getting yourself a VSO, a Veteran Service Officer. They know the ins and outs of the system, they know the shortcuts, and they're there to guide you every step of the way. Let's move on to mistake number 6, incomplete medical evidence. Your medical evidence is the backbone of your claim, and if it's incomplete or missing crucial pieces, your claim could crumble faster than a cookie in a windstorm. Think of it as the foundation of a house. Without it, everything else falls apart. So, what do I mean by complete medical evidence? It's not just about having a few documents, it's about having a comprehensive and detailed record. Well, for starters, you need a current diagnosis for your condition. This is the first step in proving that you have a legitimate medical issue. That means seeing a doctor, getting the proper tests, and having a clear understanding of what you're dealing with. It's essential to have up-to-date medical records that reflect your current health status. You also need a solid treatment history. This includes all the treatments you've undergone, medications you've been prescribed, and any therapies you've participated in. This shows the VA that your condition is ongoing, that you're taking steps to manage it, and that it's impacting your life. It's not just a one-time issue, it's a continuous challenge. So, make sure you're keeping up with those appointments, following your doctor's recommendations, and documenting everything. Every detail counts when building your case. Many veterans might have a diagnosis and a treatment history, but they haven't been keeping track of how their condition affects their daily life. Documenting the day-to-day impact is crucial for a strong claim. Alright, let's talk about mistake number 7. Filing the wrong type of claim. This one's all about paperwork, and unfortunately, the VA isn't exactly known for making things simple. The forms can be overwhelming, and it's easy to get lost in the sea of paperwork. They've got forms for everything, and if you're not careful, you might end up using a screwdriver when what you really need is a hammer. It's crucial to pick the right tool for the job, so how do you avoid this mistake? First, take the time to understand the different types of claims. Each claim type has its own set of requirements and forms. Are you filing for a service-connected disability for the first time? This type of claim requires specific evidence and documentation. Are you trying to increase your existing rating? This process involves different forms and possibly new medical evaluations. Are you filing for a dependent? This claim type has its own unique set of forms and requirements. Each situation requires a specific form and a specific process. It's not a one-size-fits-all scenario. If you're not sure which form to use, don't guess. Guessing can lead to delays and frustration. Reach out to your friendly neighborhood VSO, remember them? Or head over to the VA website and do some research. They can provide guidance and ensure you're on the right track. It's better to spend a little extra time up front making sure you've got the right forms than to have your claim delayed or denied because you used the wrong one. Double-check everything before submission. The effective date of your claim determines when you start receiving benefits, and if you're not careful, you could be leaving money on the table. Make sure your forms are accurate and submitted on time to avoid any issues. Okay, get ready for a little math because mistake number 8 is all about understanding combined ratings. Now, before you start sweating, I promise it's not as complicated as it sounds, but it is important because this is where things can get really lucrative, in a good way. Here's the deal. The VA doesn't just add up your individual disability ratings. They use a special formula that takes into account how each disability affects the others. This is called a combined rating, and it can significantly increase your overall disability rating and, more importantly, your monthly benefits. One of the biggest mistakes veterans make is not understanding how these combined ratings work. If you have the same condition in both limbs, like 2 bad knees or 2 bad shoulders, you could be eligible for an increased rating due to the combined impact on your mobility. Alright, let's talk about C&P exams, those sometimes scary appointments that can make or break your VA claim. Mistake number 9 is going into these exams unprepared. It's like showing up for a job interview without knowing anything about the company or the position, not a recipe for success. So, how do you ace your C&P exam? First, preparation is key. Before you even set foot in the exam room, take some time to review your medical records, your claim, and your symptom journal. The examiner is there to get a clear picture of your condition and how it affects your life. Don't try to be a hero. Be honest about your limitations, your pain levels, and any difficulties you face on a daily basis. Remember, you're in the driver's seat when it comes to your health and your benefits. We've arrived at the final mistake, and it's a heartbreaker. Giving up too soon. Look, I get it. Fighting for your VA benefits can feel like an uphill battle, especially if you've already faced denials or setbacks. But here's the thing. Persistence pays off. The VA system is complex, and sometimes it takes a little nudging, or a lot of nudging, to get the results you deserve. Don't just take no for an answer, especially if you believe you have a strong case. The VA system has more twists and turns than a roller coaster, but with a little digging, you can find the path to success. Don't let these mistakes cost you the benefits you've earned. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated with more VA claim strategies. And hey, drop a comment below and let me know which mistake surprised you the most. I'd love to hear from you. There's so much more to learn about navigating the VA system and maximizing your benefits. This is Vet Mentor AI, helping you avoid costly VA claim errors. See you in the next video.